Hey guys, y'all ready to get the party started? So, who we got in here? Over the Hill RV, Burning Up the Road, Jerry Holly, Meant to Be RVing, New Horizons, and looks as though my man Jerry Holly was number one again, and New Horizons came in a distant second place, and Meant to Be RVing followed right behind in third. So, anyway, glad to have you guys here. I am exhausted, guys. We have been working, and then Tammy lets me slide in here long enough to do YouTube, and then it's back to work. I drank coffee and watched Beyond Beauty a little bit this morning. I'm actually a moderator on that channel, so I need to be there. And so I slide in late because we stay up late. And we finally got a little bit caught up. And so maybe I'll be able to get on a little bit more. But this is the second cup this morning. Some of you probably done drank a pot. There's Roy and Becky. Roy got up early this morning. So, got to get wound up. We got a big night tonight too. Let me see. I've been failing to mention the guide. What's this, Wednesday? So at 5 o'clock today we got Beyond Beauty, and at 6, this is all Eastern time by the way, at 6, Blue Wave Odyssey is starting a new show on Wednesday night. He'll still have a Saturday night show, but he'll be doing Wednesday night as well. So at 6, Blue Wave Odyssey, 7, Roy and Becky, 8, Papa Drew's RV and or Toonstead. You'll have your choice at 8. At 8:30, Northwood RV Life is taking the spot that Camper Life used to have. So Northwood RV Life will come on at 8:30. Tomorrow, we at least I don't think I've ever seen them on the list before. Tomorrow, Thursday, we got not a new channel, but new sort of to our community is going to be listed on the guide. And he's awesome. I watched some of his stuff, and he's been watching a lot of my videos. I mean, like a ton of my videos. And he's been out at a lot of live streams. But tomorrow evening, the kickoff tomorrow night will be RV reviews by Air Force guy. He seems like a super nice guy. He's the kind of person that I would want to buy an RV from. Him or Matt that's on Endless RVing. Either one. They're both awesome. They seem like they know their stuff, and that's what I like. And that's a big thing. 7:30 tomorrow night, Endless RVing. 9 o'clock tomorrow night is the Art of RVing. So the next 2 nights were stacked up pretty good. Good morning, Captain Jack. Good morning, Scott Jacobs. Your mask will go out in the morning. Roy and Becky, Mailnet, living free, zip codeless. Nettie, that job's interfering with your YouTube. You're going to have to address that issue. Just kidding. I'm glad you're able to work. There comes Amy. Good morning. Captain Jack. Roy, I have no clue why I'm awake. I don't know how I get up. After the show went off last night, I was helping Tammy. I actually think we went to bed early last night. I think we got to bed about 11. Working but listening, meant to be RVing. So we got 10 here. That's awesome. So I got a package in the mail yesterday, or day before yesterday. I won that over on RV Underway the other night. Pretty cool. Mine's heavy. It cost $11 to ship that. I was one of the ones that won the other night. I think they gave away 2 one night, 2 another night. And so that was my prize. I got another sticker in. I got to do a trunk sticker update. I'm waiting to get several. So I got this sticker from Road to Shambhala. Pretty cool. I think that's the only new one I got. We are about to break the 750 mark. I'm excited about that. We gained several yesterday. I think we gained like 4 because we dropped some and then we gained back a bunch. And we gained several on the live stream last night. And mixed reviews on if you gain on live streams or not. I have actually lost people on live streams. So, but coincidence. Y'all want to know why I've been working so hard helping Tammy? This is not all the patterns, but I have to cut out all these for Tammy. So there, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, that's the same. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And that's not all of them. That's just all I could tote and tote my coffee. That's how many different designs that we're running right now. Woo! Over the Hill RV, you probably like them Bama ones. You should be getting yours if you've not already got them. Over the Hill RV, by the way, guys, has lived here in the great state of Alabama long enough that he became a Alabama fan. And I won't hold that against him. He's still a pretty good guy. Have y'all ever heard our how I became an Auburn fan? Have I told y'all that story before? Are y'all ready for another Geary story? Y'all got your popcorn and all that ready, your coffee? Anyway, I'm going to tell it. If y'all done heard it, well, y'all have to hear it again. All my life, I was an Alabama fan. Big time Alabama fan. I die hard. That's what I tell everybody. And growing up, we acquired, some friends that had access to better seats and better tickets and stuff at the games. And I mean, we had it made. I didn't have to buy my Alabama tickets. I had connections down here locally, but a friend of mine owns a big company, and they would sponsor Alabama football. And they had a private jet at one time. I've actually even flown in their private jet, and they would loan their jet and pilots to fly assistant coaches and recruiters around the country, and they would furnish them cars and stuff. Anyway, my friend that owned that company would get a lot of free tickets, and he would buy a lot of tickets and give them out to people that he was friends with. So we never had to buy our tickets, and we had great seats. Anyway, we were, like I say, die hard Bama fans. I raised my kids diehard Bama fans. My wife was raised a diehard Bama fan. Well, we've always told our kids, we've always, all of us, sort of been a family. In other words, we support each other and we love each other, and we're just a family, and so we told our kids that, look, just because you're a quote Bama fan, that don't mean you pick your school based off you're a fan of Alabama football, right? So anyway, when our daughter, we pushed both of our kids to do good in school. We gave them an incentive, and I won't talk about that, but we gave them an incentive to make good grades, and they both did, and we honored our end of the deal. But anyway, by making good grades, Keisha, both of our kids, but Keisha had scholarship offers from a lot of different schools, and Alabama and Auburn was two of those schools. And so she was going to go to Alabama, no questions asked. She was a band geek, and she wanted to play in the $1 Million Band, and she was going to go. She wasn't even going to look at the other schools. And being, quote, the responsible parent we was, and what we thought was the proper way of doing things, we thought it was rude for Keisha to have offers from schools and not at least go and acknowledge them and visit their school. With exception of, we didn't make her go to out of state schools. And so we told her we'd like her to go at least visit the schools that are offering a scholarship. You can still go to Alabama. You're not giving that up just by visiting. Well, she starts visiting all these schools. Well, she goes to we go to Alabama, which nothing new there. We knew all about Alabama and Tuscaloosa. We knew that, and anyway, we go to Auburn and tour the campus, spend a day down there, and on the way home, I looked at my wife and I said, "She's going to go to Auburn." I knew the moment, or within an hour or two of her walking around, I could just see the happiness on her face. It's like there was no stress in her face. And I knew, and Tammy knew as well. Tammy said the same thing. She said, she's going to go to Auburn. We both agreed. Keisha was asleep in the back seat when we were coming home. And we both agreed that she was going to wind up at Auburn. And so we'd always told our kids we'd support them 110% wherever they went, because it was family, family was first. And anyway, so a few weeks went by, a few months went by. Well, she gets her acceptance letter to Alabama in Jacksonville, and actually got a letter from Mississippi State, but she didn't really want to go out of state, and we didn't really want her going out of state. And so finally, at the very last, she wouldn't ever say anything to anybody. Finally, she gets her letter from Auburn, gets accepted to Auburn, and like I said, the scholarships were there. Well, then some scholarships started coming available depending on where you went. Well, anyway, so Keisha, when she gets her acceptance letter to Auburn, decides to go to Auburn. Of course, me and her mom done had that figured out. So she decides to go to Auburn. Well, believe it or not, our pastor's daughter was top of the class, and Keisha and her graduated together. She'd read every book. Our pastor's daughter had read every book in both libraries at the school, the elementary and high school. And she loved to read. She was a genius. And anyway, she had decided, she grew up a big Alabama fan. She had decided to go to Auburn because Auburn was actually making her a better package than Alabama. Well, by her going to Auburn, Keisha was going to lose one of her, not lose, but she wasn't going to be able to get all the scholarship because it went by, of course, GPA, and Sarah had Keisha edged out a little bit. Well, anyway, at the very last moment, Sarah decided to go back and go to Alabama. Alabama makes her a different deal. Sarah was the kind of student that colleges wanted at their school. Genius. I mean, just one of those kind of kids. Keisha was really, really smart, but Keisha, I guess, was an average smart kid, if that makes sense. So they wanted them to come wanted Keisha to come, but not like they did Sarah. See, well, when Sarah decides to flip and go to Alabama, Keisha gets the scholarship to Auburn, and so that made the pot even sweeter. And so Keisha went to Auburn, and when she went to Auburn, I put on an Auburn shirt and supported. I took a lot of heat for it, but from my friends and all my buddies. But you can go in my closet, right? No, right here. You can go in my closet and you'll see some caps that I kept from memorable games and years and some exciting games that me and the family got to go to at Alabama. Actually, Keisha's senior year in high school, we have pictures in our photo album of us at Alabama and Auburn games. So anyway, now you know the rest of the story. Keisha went on to Auburn. She went to Auburn for 3.5 years. She'd have finished in 3 years, but she swapped majors, and it didn't cost mom or daddy a dime. So our deal with Keisha paid off tremendously. It cost us some money to honor the deal, but we come out smelling like a rose. And then Thomas is going to school so far for free. We will wind up maybe having to pay some of his, but we will still have come out smelling like a rose because you divide the money that we'll have spent by 2 kids. The money we spend on Thomas, we'll get to divide by 2 because Keisha's was free. And then you take what it cost us to honor the deals we made with them, and we're way, way ahead of the ball game. I guess I can tell you, we told the kids that if they made good grades in school, that we would buy them a new car when they got old enough, and we did. The new cars cost us about $13,000 a piece. We gave them budgets. They was about $12,000 or $13,000 a piece. They couldn't pick just anything they wanted. It had to be a good, reliable car. It could be sporty-ish, but it had to be, within reason. So we spent $26,000 on 2 cars, roughly. And Keisha's the money we saved on Keisha alone paid back huge dividends. It would have been I think it's about 20,000 probably a year at Auburn. So figure that up. And so, but I will say that back when we made those deals with the kids, our company was a lot bigger than it is now. We were running, 2 crews, and so it was a lot more affordable than it has been over the last few years. But when Thomas got old enough to drive, it was really hard for us to honor our end of the deal, but we did, and like I say, it's gonna pay off. Keisha actually makes more money than me and Tammy now by leaps and bounds, and Thomas will be able to do the same when he gets out. And so, long story, didn't mean to bore y'all to death, but we love our kids. Captain Jack, you mentioned something to me a while ago. Did I ever think no, I did not think that we'd be making designer. Tell y'all something about our kids. I'm gonna brag on them just a little bit. I'm gonna try not to cry. We've been making these masks, and that's our, just saying, that's our only income right now. So Thomas, our son, still lives at home. He's in college, and he's been coming in there every spare minute he has, because he's still in college, but they're doing it online. He's fixing to graduate RN school, and then he'll start working on his other. But anyway, every spare moment he has, he's been in there helping me and Tammy make these masks. And so he's been working and working and working, and he actually works a job at the college. He is a teacher's aide at the college and a tutor at the college, and he actually gets paid for that. And so he's making a little bit of money. Well, he come through last night, and day before yesterday, he was able, it's our understanding that he's got this job. A friend of mine, two of my friends, work at a big company in Scottsboro. One of them is over human resources, and my other buddy is actually runs the place. Anyway, they're going to hire him, even though he's still a nursing student, to come to the plant 4 hours a day. Uh, and all he's going to do is check temperatures from everybody coming in the plant, and they're going to pay him $19 an hour. I'm talking about nursing student, which he is a licensed LPN. He went ahead and took his license for that, but he's still in nursing school for his RN. But so he was pretty excited about that. I called them and talked to them, or didn't call them, I texted them when he found out about the job, and they led me to believe that he's going to be the one that gets the job. And so anyway, so he was excited about that. So he come through last night and said he had ordered pizza for us. So we've not spent $1 because of everything. And so he came through and ordered Pizza Hut pizza. And so he treated us to pizza. Good morning, Arkansas Woodcutter. And so I'm bragging on my kids. You know, I never do that. And so then yesterday morning, we started making these masks, you know, a couple of weeks ago, I guess. Anyway, we've been hunting another sewing machine so me and Thomas can help Tammy like do the straight lines, and so she don't have to do all the sewing, because it takes forever to make one of these because there's a lot of things to it. Anyway, we had talked about buying another sewing machine so me and Thomas could help Tammy run the straight lines, and then she could do the complicated stuff. Anyway, but we've not been able to find one. And so we just sort of give up on it and decide, well, we'll just make it work. Maybe the machine won't quit. And so anyway, Keisha texts or calls her mama yesterday morning and said, hey, Mom, said, I got something coming for you and Dad, and said, so be keeping an eye on the front porch. And Tammy's like, what? What have you got coming? She said, well, said, she got a new puppy, and our puppies had parvo, y'all know. And so since our puppies had parvo, even though they're getting shots and they got over it and all, she has a new puppy that just started getting shots. So not only are we all quarantined, but our puppies are quarantined. They have to stay away from each other. And Keisha can't even come in our house. We can't even give her a hug if we meet her somewhere or anything, for fear of her dog may be catching it. So she messaged her mom yesterday morning and said she had something coming for her. And she told her mom, and she said, Mom, said, I couldn't be there to help you and Dad make those masks. I'm fixing to cry, but she said she couldn't be here to help us make these masks. And so she said, I found you guys a good sewing machine online, and it was a good brand and all, and said she wouldn't tell her mama how much she paid for it. But anyway, she said, I've done ordered it, and it's coming. I've had it sent to you guys, and I found y'all a bunch of elastic, so y'all be getting all that. Said, since I can't help y'all, I wanted to do that for y'all. So anyway, proud dad moment. Yeah, allergies, Arkansas Woodcutter. Sometimes you think that you're too hard on your kids. But you just do the best you can. When they do stuff like this, you think, well, they might have got something, you know, and they didn't have to do this. And they're just, I love them both. We got to move on to something else. Somebody tell a joke. I want to say something. I got a nice message yesterday from one of our viewers, one of our people that comes in the chat. I won't name names. I don't even know if they're in here. But they sent us a nice message thanking us for having this every day. And that makes my day. You don't never know if people are really enjoying or they're just hanging out because we go live. And I never want you to do that. If you don't enjoy it, don't just hang out if you don't want to. Thanks burning up the roads. Their mama raised them. I'll just say, hey, there's the art of RVing. Their mama raised them. I sold cars for years, and I worked 6 days a week a lot. New Horizons, I can get one to you. I take that back. I've only had a delay on shipping our mask by one person, and I don't know what the holdup was, but one person it took like over a week to get, and I've sent masks way out. Several of you guys have bought masks from us that I've sent to. Our masks, I don't know if everybody makes them the same. I'll wash this one. I've handled it with tears, but Tammy got this pattern. We pleat ours. And another thing is, we used to be in manufacturing. We used to make socks. So we try to make something that is going to be something you can throw in the washing machine and something that'll last. Another thing we also do, our elastic is sewn on the inside. 2 reasons for that. It's sewn on both sides. If I can get it up here at the camera. When you sew it on the inside, there we go. It's sewn on both sides of that. See what I'm saying? Both sides of the right. So, and it looks better. If you sew it on the outside, like some people does, your elastic will start raveling, and it's only sewn on one side. And so, then on the back of ours, we have a 3-inch hole, or a little, not 3-inch on all of them, but some of them has a 2-inch. We've redone this to make a bigger pocket. And so what you do, if you want to filter, you fold it up, stick it in, and then take your fingers and spread it out. You don't want that hole. Some people does them with the whole top open. All that does is allow dirty air to get in. You want that hole to be as small as you can, because the more together this is, the safer it is. So we got that design off YouTube, and we've just redone it to our standards. So actually, we may be redesigning it again. So anyway, I miss some of y'all. Oklahoma Tree Climber will be right back. Arkansas Woodcutter came in. The Art of RVing come in. Let's see. Captain Jack, I'm back. Lost internet. Gus wants your digits. Just watch your video. I missed out on something, the Art of RVing. Y'all must be talking to somebody. Arkansas Woodcutter, you're a great man, Gary, and officer. I'm usually busy. Hey, Arkansas Woodcutter, thanks for the compliment, but I don't know about the great guy. I just played one on YouTube. I'm just glad you guys know me now. When I was a young man, I just want to say this, and it may be another KT moment, but divorce affects kids. But kids have to choose not to let it as much as you can. Another thing, when people says that might be getting too personal there, but anyway, what your parents do, I'm not talking about divorce. I've got one of my mom and we get along, but and I love my mom, but my mom had a lot of health issues, and she got addicted to painkillers. That affects everybody, and your family is helpless. So try not to ever do that. Uh, this is just too much in one day. So anyway, growing up, it made me a person that I wasn't raised to be. But it took a few years to figure that out. So anyway, let's get on to something else. Yep, Captain Jack. Gus with a mask might be scary. Talk amongst yourself. I'll be right back. All right. Burning up the road, you understand. I'm glad you're recovering. It's easy to do, Roy and Becky. By the way, guys, any of these masks that I touch after crying, we'll get them rewashed and we iron them and all that. Burning up the road. All right. Thank you for getting me off all that. Any of you want a mask or want to buy a mask, just email me. I'll send y'all pictures of what we got. And thanks, Art of RVing. So a technical question. Burning up the roads. I use my iPhone to do all my videos. The Art of RVing will also tell you that he uses cheap equipment. I think it seemed like he said he has. Anyway, what the Art of RVing? That is the Art of RVing question. He is a camera photographer guru, but I think I've heard him more than one time say that he don't spend a lot of money. He does a lot of his good work on this cheap. These are not cheap, but you already have it. That's what I'm saying. So, I wouldn't spend any money on a camera if I'm just starting out. I'm not. I doubt I ever buy a camera. Roy and Becky done a great video the other day. They said that instead of trading your phones in, keep them. Put them on a tripod and use them as cameras instead of phones. The kitchen does not make the cook. Yes. Did you see that? Burning up the roads. I know I've heard several channels talk about all this high dollar equipment they have, and then they'll come back and say, but 90% of the time they film with their phone. I want to tell you something. If I were going to spend money on something and I already had an iPhone, I'm going to go find a piece of equipment that I would definitely purchase. I don't know what I done with it. Anyway, it's my Gimbal 2. It is a gimbal for phones. If I was going to buy a piece of equipment, that's what I would buy. I got it somewhere. Has anybody ever had a desk that you couldn't find anything? Anyway, if you can pull it up, it's Vimble, Vimble 2. It has a little bitty tripod that comes with it, or you can put a big one like this tripod. I use this tripod all the time. Anyway, I can attach it to it. I usually attach that tripod to it and use it as a selfie stick because it makes it a little longer. And with the Vimble 2, it has software where you can do it from the buttons on the very end. But the software, a lot of people are not real happy with the software, but they love the product. If you watch my video, Hiking Worship Mountain in Uganda, that mountain was straight up. I mean, seriously, straight up and rough. Those kids that were scaling it, they do that all the time. They go up there and worship from the orphanage down on the bottom. Takes a group up there once a week just to worship. And that's why they call it Worship Mountain. But going up and down that mountain, I went up it holding the Vimble and recording. Coming down it, I had a flashlight in my mouth, a flashlight in my extra hand, and the Vimble. So I basically slid down that mountain. And if you'll watch the video, you can see that video was pretty good. If you had been with me, you'd have thought the video would have been horrible because, I mean, we actually places slid down that mountain. And I thought the video turned out great. And that is not a very expensive device. Matter of fact, I bought mine on, I think, eBay in a, quote, open box. But the people had awesome feedback. And I bought a, what is the little warranty you can buy on eBay? Anyway, I paid like $4 or $5 for an extra year warranty, so I knew that I would be able to return it if it was bad. And it was awesome. I loved it. Rev Tommy Two-Tone has a Osmo Mobile that uses a phone that I've never used. And he says, what did he say? Let me know. He said he'd sell it $75 with 2 batteries. So if anybody's interested. Roy and Becky, our GoPro was high dollar at the time. Now the 3s are cheap. Look up GoPro 4. They are cheap and are darn near the best camera GoPro has. So there's you some ideas burning up the road. I wouldn't trade you my phone and my Vimble 2 for anything y'all have. But now I've never had a GoPro, so I've had a cheap GoPro, and just leave out the quality of that, I still didn't like using it. But if I'd had one with a screen on it, I might have liked it. But I go hiking with my cell phone attached to that Vimble 2, and I can do anything. I can control the angle of the camera with a little joystick, thumb joystick. And the other good thing, I can set that thing up on the counter and it makes a tripod when you attach the tripod base. I use the big one. I don't use the one that comes with it. You can set it up outside. I mean, it has a lot of uses. And like I say, I think I gave $45 or $50 for mine in an open box. So New Horizons just made a post there. She does everything on her phone, editing and everything. Check out D. Nimmin. He does everything on his phone. Cell phones are awesome for filming. Yeah, I don't plan on buying a camera. I mean, there's other things that our YouTube channel could use more than a camera, and I really don't know that I need anything. But Uh, but I think there would be other things that I would want. The 4s have screens, but the 3s had to buy a screen. The 4s have the best audio. So there you go, burning up the road. You could probably buy a good deal if you want a GoPro and a GoPro 4. Roy right there is the GoPro Pro. I'm glad we got off on tech talk. I'm not even a tech guru. Which phone do I have? Did you ask that burning up the road? This is a fairly new. I got it before I went to Uganda. It is the iPhone 10R. And I have not had insurance on the phone, and I couldn't tell you the last time I had insurance on the phone. And a couple of weeks ago, that one fell out the door of our Jeep face first on the asphalt with a screen protector on it and a case on the back. But even those screen protectors had indentions places where like the camera is. Well, that rock hit that right there where that indention was and shattered the screen. And when it shattered the screen protector and everything. And of course, it was on a Saturday evening. And so I had my son, this was back before we were all shut down. And so he called or got online the Apple store in Huntsville, Alabama. I carried it down there an hour, and $200 later it was fixed. But I'm still way ahead of the game. I've not had insurance on the phone, I mean, in years. So $200, I'm still way ahead of the game. So I'm not computer smart, but I do have an edge on you guys. I have a daughter that's a computer science guru. She actually works on programming for the Patriot missile. And I have a son, a teenage son that lives here in the house. So what I don't know, they know. So, and what I need to know, they'll show me how to do. I am not a picture my old Galaxy S7. My wife thinks the Android phone. I think she has a Samsung. Is far superior than my iPhone, but I would disagree, and I wouldn't give you the money in my pocket, and I don't have much for her Samsung. But now I used to not be on the dark side. I used to not be an Apple person, iPhone person. But when I did go to the iPhone, I can't have anything else. I'll just have to stay on the dark side because everything I do it seems to me so much simpler on my iPhone than what they do on those Androids. Just saying, that's my opinion only, and it's worth about as much as the air that come out of my mouth saying it. So, what am I missing here? Catch up, catch up, catch up, catch up. I don't like doing anything like editing or nothing on my. Yeah, so if we ever go to war, and one of our Patriot missiles, Patriot missile is actually made to shoot down missiles, but one of them goes crazy. You know, it could be my daughter's fault. I say so much burning up the road, I don't even know what you're agreeing with me on. Oh, man. Uh, Thanks, Happy Place Camping. I have coined the new phrase work watching. Have y'all noticed? If y'all see me chime in on the chat and I say I'm work watching, don't be offended if I don't reply to a chat because that means I am listening on my cell phone and working at the same time. So I get to listen to the live stream, but I don't get to read much that's going on in the chat because usually I'm cutting patterns, which is what I will be doing immediately following this show. Captain Jack. My daughter actually has a cool job. We got to go over there because she wasn't married. She got to invite us to the Christmas party they had over there, and so we got to go over on the base and go into the place where she worked. But they wouldn't let us go into where Keisha does the testing. They did tell us. They said that's where Keisha tests the Patriot missile and make sure it does what it's supposed to do. But they wouldn't let us go into that room. And Keisha said it's a room about the size of a bedroom, and she actually gets to simulate launch those, and it has to pass. I think it's a 1,500 point checklist. Anytime they make a modification to the software or add something to it, she has to make sure that it'll still do all the things that it was built to do. And so, pretty cool job. It's about as close as you'll be to being in the service without being in the service. So, they're Teledyne Brown, and I know y'all probably heard their name mentioned a lot on the news. They build a lot of military stuff. And a few years ago, the government said we don't want one company having all the contracts, which all that means is they're just saying that for election PR. So what they done was Teledyne Brown formed another company. I forgot the name of it. But anyway, Keisha and them actually works together with a whole crew of people. But some of them work for Teledyne Brown and the other work for another named company. But they're all Teledyne Brown. So that way they can get more of the government contract because they're two companies, not one. And so you can go to Huntsville, Alabama and see their name wrote on a bunch of buildings. And Senior Sister, she knows what I'm talking about as far as seeing their name. She lives in that area. So Roy, I made you breakfast. I made bacon, eggs, and pancakes, and now you want more. I didn't get any New Horizon. You didn't offer me the first bit. And I gave all of y'all apple crisp. I gave all of y'all chocolate covered potato chips. I gave all of y'all chocolate covered orange slices. I even let y'all have a bite of my hobo dinner. And New Horizon didn't give me nothing. Zero. We got 20 people in here. That's pretty good. So, I forgot what I was going to say. Let me see what I missed over here. So, Box Fan D moved 80 miles north. Roy and Becky, I'm guessing I'm filling in the blanks. Yeah, we're on a friend roll. We gained a few friends last night over the last couple of days. We're on an upswing. We've been losing one about every other day, but we've been gaining more than we've been losing. We're at 749. We're about to break the 750 mark. We might break 800 one of these days. Let's see here. Catching up with everything everybody's sending over here. A lot goes behind the scenes. all you that do live streams, our Epic RV Adventure, I hope I said hi when you guys come in. There's a lot that goes behind live streams. A lot of communication goes on from you guys to us behind that you guys don't see. And I appreciate that. I get a lot of nice messages and support behind the scenes, and I love that. We have a lot of people that we love and support, and anyway, and so they support us as well. So I love that about this community and the channel. So Roy and Becky, Huntsville was built around my great grandpa. He was the last farmer to leave the city. Somewhere there's a plaque to tell his story. Wow, that's cool. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to ignore you, our Epic RV Adventure. But I will say that if somebody comes in the room and I don't finish my story, y'all never hear the rest of the story if I say something, because then I'll forget what I was saying. I am the one that follows. I keep this big window open that looks out over our backyard, and it brings in more light. And so if a bird or a squirrel goes by and y'all see me look towards the light, y'all know that y'all never hear the end of whatever story I'm telling. I got you, Roy. Our Epic RV Adventure had a nice devotional video this morning. I went over there and caught that. That was pretty cool. Huntsville is a pretty cool city. Any of y'all that's never been, there's a lot to see if y'all ever coming around in that area. If you ever get that close, let me know, because that's about an hour from here. And but they have the space flight, Huntsville Space Flight Center, or whatever that's called. You can go see the Huntsville Space and Rocket Center. That's what it's called. Yes, Jerry Holly. The poltergeist thing. I was over on Beyond Beauty yesterday or day before, and she was looking into the screen like I guess she was reading something. And she looked just like the little girl off Poltergeist looking into the TV screen. Y'all remember that movie that came out, Poltergeist, where they had all the dead people in their swimming pool out back or under their house or something. But it was because it got started looking through the TV screen, the static on the TV screen. Y'all remember that movie? That was creepy. And she showed pictures of her as a little girl, and she sort of looked like the little girl that was on that. Huh, a little creepy. I'm not a big horror movie fan. I tell you a movie I used to always think was good. It wasn't that long ago. What was the movie where the kids were camping? Something the witch. What was that movie? The kids were camping in the woods or something, and man, I wish I could think what the name of that movie was. I'm gonna Google it. Y'all just hang tight. Talk amongst yourself. Blair Witch Project. I remembered it now. The Blair Witch Project. Y'all remember that? I thought that was one of the best horror movies that had come out in a long time. It was creepy. I couldn't watch that movie at night. Oh, Roy, that was creepy. Roy said they had a little girl like that in their neighborhood. That was creepy. Yep, Blair Witch. Woo, that was a scary movie. There's several movies out that I'd like to go see, but maybe they'll open it back up. Somebody had bought us a bunch of free movie cards before we all got shut down for Christmas or something. And we would go and use them while we're all quarantined if the movie places were not quarantined as well. Oh wow! Did y'all see that? That little girl burnt their house down too. I'm going to. I need to give this phone to my wife. Sorry about that. My phone kept going off, and somebody left a message, and so I'd carry it and give it to Tammy. Uh, Artist on the road. We had a weird, really heavy snowburst storm this morning. Wow, that is weird. So I'm gonna go over here and pull the stream up over here. So I like having two. I like being able to watch it from two different angles. That is weird. Take me a minute to mute it. That way, if in doubt, I can always swap over and look. Something's going on. Last house on the left was based on a true crime story near me as well. Woo, man. Yeah, you don't want to be from the place where they had the murder mystery movie, True Story. Oh, oh Lord. Man. There's always that one. Makes you wonder, don't it? Mm-mm. See all those movies, and you think, how did they think of all that? And after talking to Roy, you think, well, they were true. They were just writing down everything that happened in their life. Thanks, the Art of RVing. Thanks for coming by. Go try to make some money. Go take some pictures. Y'all don't forget, next Tuesday night, the jam session. We want to have a record crowd. The record for one of our Tuesday night shows, I think, is 36. Last night, we got real close to tying that record. We got up to 33. So, next week, I'd like to go over 40. So, we have so far lined up Trouba Duo, Garrett with Diary of a Family, RV Underway, Melnet Living Free, Zip Codeless, Faith in the Fallen, and the Amundsen family, and hopefully, well, I shouldn't say it that way. If the Light family is not on the road, maybe they'll be there. So I hope they're able to get back on the road. But our little gig don't pay anything. If they can get back on the road, they can go back to making money. So hopefully they'll be able to make money. But if not on the road, maybe they'll be with us. Man, we're done with April. So, and the following Tuesday, May the 5th, we'll have RV on the Wayside with us. So that'll be fun. And we'll probably have somebody else. And anyway, we're still working on May's schedule and getting all that going. And also on May the 1st, on a Friday night, I will be a guest on Papa Drew's show. So y'all have to come over and check that out. So Papa Drew's got a great show going, and him and Wayward Wags and our Epic RV Adventure put on a great show yesterday on Michael's Tech Talk. That was real interesting. I didn't get to interact because I was work watching, but it was interesting. They reviewed channels. Like if you wanted your channel reviewed, they would tell you their honest opinion from their experience, what works and maybe what don't work. and they reviewed Jerry Holly's channel and a couple others, and it was interesting. And the thing I learned a lot just listening. So I may put some of that into play whenever I get caught up. So, and I'll share that kind of stuff with y'all a little along the way. And I'm sure Michael, when he's on here, will share some of it. So, and some of it we had already shared. So, I loved it when Papa Drew and Wayward Wag looked at things from two different angles, and maybe they didn't share the same opinion about things. I liked that because they both told why they liked doing things the way they did. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to watch. Uh, they had, I think it was John. Is it John, the guy that did all the research? They had a real interesting talk about his channel, about maybe splitting his channel into two channels, and that was really interesting. Good morning, owner Lawn Care. I was over on your live stream the other day on the BB3 raid. Uh, that was pretty cool. Make sure I don't miss anybody. So let's don't forget that Pause and Effect, Papa Drew, and Gene Bainey need some playlist partners. Jeannie Bainey's getting real close. I think Papa Drew and Pause and Effect. I think Papa Drew and Gene Bainey both is pretty close. I don't know about Pause and Effect, but Pause and Effect needs some more friends to come over. He's trying to get to 1,000. Yeah, John Baer is the RV traveling MIA researcher. And I agreed 100% with them about him splitting his channel. They all made good comments about that, and I agree that it needs to be sooner rather than later. My channel, we don't have a direct direction other than our channel is just meant to have fun and to be uplifting and all that good stuff and RVing along the way. So my channel is just a mess, but it seems to be working. Yeah, it might could be improved, and I am going to do some things to it a little later on. Looking at all my notes, make sure I don't forget anything. I got too many notes. When you have notes on top of notes, how do you expect to see them? That's note wrote on back of notes. Don't forget, if y'all didn't get over and see This Adventure Family and subscribe to them, they were on Monday. That's a great channel to be subscribed to as well. They're high energy, and that'll be really good. So I think I went over all my notes. Don't forget about the live stream tonight as well. Pause and Effect needs 7 more subscribers to break the 1K mark. So if any of y'all are not subscribers, if one of y'all want to post his link, that'd be great. Let's see. Roy and Becky's Travel. Interesting. Yes, we have come to the conclusion we're going to let our channel do its own thing. I'm not going to sweat over numbers. I have enough gray hair now. Yeah, I'm not going to sweat over it too much, but integrating some tips along the way I might do, but you will not see a big total overhaul of our channel. You'll especially won't see any change in what we put out as far as content or our live streams. They'll keep going right along. So I believe y'all are the base of our content. So if I change content, I'd have to change viewers, and I don't want to do that. So and we might could add people. I don't know, but I'm not saying that I ain't going to do some things. I am, and but some of it I want to think about a little bit more before I do. But yeah, there's a lot of good live streams that has a lot of good information, and you'll hear stuff here, and whatever you hear here on this show would probably been the proper way to say that. Take for whatever you want to do. If you want to do it, do it. If you don't, hey, great. Everybody has their own opinion. So, and I don't claim to be right about anything. I just claim to tell you what I do or think. Yep. So trying to get Major Captain Jack. New Horizon needs watch hours. New Horizon, how are you doing on watch hours? We're nearly to the 1200 mark. Let me find the watch hour list. That's sad, ain't it? I had a list here for watch hour people. And I've lost the list that had the watch hour people on it. Sad. No, here it is. They're right down. New Horizon. Oh yeah. Yeah, you're about 2,000 away. You're halfway there. I think by tomorrow we should be over 1,200. Where was at 11 something this morning? But I don't think yesterday. Yesterday we had about 60 or 70 hours that haven't posted yet. So tomorrow, the next day, we should go over 1,200. But like I say, that's not a big deal. What you do by getting monetized don't let you retire or nothing. I'd rather have subscribers that will interact with us. That way, when I have people up here, it impacts them better. See what I'm saying? So when I bring people up to support their channel, if we have 50 people watching, that's a bigger impact than if we have 20 people watching. And so it helps everybody more. There's Thomas Weaver coming in. So that's the big thing with that. Uncle Lisa Production couldn't be here today. They were visiting family. I think they said it was like in the afternoon over there now. So there's Northwoods RV Live. Hey guys, there's RV Action April. We had fell down to 15. Now we're going back up at the hour. So that's pretty good. I go by, how do you find out how many hours you have left? You go to YouTube Studio and at the far left, click on monetization and it will tell you where you're at. You can do, there's another tab, but really the one that matters is you can go to analytics, but that number and monetization number is going to be different. And I hear the monetization number is the one that matters. So why look at the other one, right? Our Epic RV Adventure, a little over 2,000 watch hours and 270 subs away. Hopefully we'll hit both in about 3 months or less. No rush. Yep. Our show is gaining. It has really slowed down, but it's gaining. So that's all that matters. I like to see the audience grow. So y'all don't forget, tonight Northwoods RV is moving up a spot. They are going to be in Camper Life's old spot. So Northwoods RV Life will be on at 8:30 Eastern tonight. So they're moving up a time slot. So tonight we have at 5, all this is Eastern time, at 5 o'clock Beyond Beauty 3. 6 o'clock, Blue Wave Odyssey's new Wednesday show. And then 7 o'clock, Roy and Becky's Travels. 8 o'clock, Papa Drew's RV or Toonstead. They're both on at the same time. And then 8:30, Northwoods RV Live. So that is the lineup for tonight. So that should be interesting. Y'all hear our babies barking? If somebody walked by the house, they go from Pekingese Chihuahua mix to Pit Bulldogs. They think they're the man. Somebody goes by. So, and we have 2 of them, so it's double trouble. But usually it's Groot. Yep, you are right. Subs are easy to get. Subs that watch is not so easy. You are correct about that. Northwoods RV Live tonight doing RV topic, new games, and 2 gift card giveaways. So y'all have to go check them out. I'm just reading, guys. Seeing what's going on. Seeing what y'all are talking about. New Horizons actually broke the 1,000 subscriber mark the other day. That's good. No, Captain Jack. It does it all for you. Roy and Becky. Roy's been getting up. You just never know with Roy when he's going to go live. He went live the other day and showed the scenery around where they were camped at. And wow, it was like the sky was on fire. It was awesome. You never know when Roy goes live. They're camped in an awesome place right there. They're going to hook back up with Boxman D here in a few days, I think. Let me see here. Let me look at something. Nope, that wasn't what I thought. All right. I'm just checking everything. I get y'all guys send us stuff during the show, and so I had to look, make sure it ain't something that we need to talk about while we're live. So, whoops. Done showed that one. Update slower than analytic tab, so the numbers will rarely match. Yeah, I've never had my numbers to match. Actually, my analytics number says I'm over 1,200. My monetization says like 1136. So last night we had a crowd. Last night, guys, we 33, I think, at one time we had in there, and there weren't very many times that it got below 28. And so that was pretty awesome. We had a good crowd for the nurses last night. I was proud of that. Senior sister wasn't able to be with us, so we had 2 nurse channels. Well, now, Kathy's Outdoor Adventures is not a nurse. She's a medical assistant. And she still works in the ICU unit, and so it was still an awesome night. We had them and Nursing Our Travel Bug. It's pretty cool. I thought it was a great show. We went on. We was a little bit over on time, but nobody was behind us, and so had a good fun time. And if y'all don't have those channels, those are good channels as well. Kathy's Outdoor Adventures, man, she is an awesome photographer, and she had the opportunity to go around the world taking pictures, and she has a lot of that on her channel. And then nursing our travel bug. Have you ever seen anybody have the worst luck in the world? They've had some pretty crappy luck lately, and they they tell about it in their videos. Uh, yep, Scott Jacob, you're on the edge of your 4,000. That's what Michael says. If you know what a record album is, the edge is out here. The 4,000's in the center. So you're on the edge, Scott Jacobs. Thanks, Burning Up the Road. We had a good time. I learned some stuff. Roy and Becky's Travels just hit 8,000 views. Good deal. Ours is 1136. Did I say 1,036? Ours is 1136. And we've had 6,982 views. And on the analytics, it shows we have 1,200 watt hours. And the live stream with me and Michael during the Enable Fix Go-To channel is our #1 watch time hour videos. And I think the second one is me and Michael co-hosting. I forgot what that live stream was about. I didn't rename it, I guess. So anyway, it shows your top 10 in watt hours. And I like that. And it tells, that's pretty cool little feature if you want to keep up with all that. I like numbers, but I don't design my channel so much around all that. I do, it does tell me what y'all like and don't like. So I try to keep up with that somewhat. Get back over here. We got 20 in the house. There is Real Life with Michelle. I agree with Michael. Scott, you're one video away from everything doing big. Camper Life done a flood video, and wow, it had a lot of views. And even just the other day, Slow Momentum done a video that had a lot of, I think, like I heard, it had 6,000 views. How many views, Michael, has your short video of the Go-To channel? How's it doing? Michael, for those that don't know, we done the live. Michael was our co-host today. We done the live and told about the Go-To channel feature. Well, Michael, after we went off live, Michael filmed me and him talking about it and made a short video about it. And he posted it on his site, which is if any of y'all want to know what I'm talking about, go to Our Epic RV Adventure. And he has a short version of what we took 3 hours to talk about live stream. And so he does a good review talking about that in a short video. So if any of y'all want to know about that. What did they do, Roy? Reap what you sow. I missed what they did. I don't know if I have reaped what you sow. But yeah, it only takes one video to get you there. But you also got to remember those watch hours drop off. But now I've been told that once you get monetized, as long as you stay active, that you don't get took off. So I don't know if that means you don't have to maintain 4,000 watch hours a year or what. I don't know. That cup is empty. Done with the oatmeal. I'm not an oatmeal fan. I tell you something else. All right, this is y'all's tip of the day. And I see this, and they talked about this a little on Michael's channel yesterday. Working together. So if you're a live streamer, like no, I'm a southerner. I can't even pronounce it. Anyway, like he does live streams, right? So people that, and like our Epic RV Adventure, Northwood RV Live, a lot of you guys do live streams, right? Working together. In other words, cross, like having each other on your shows is what I'm trying to say. Because say if Michael comes on my show and I know that he's going to come on my show a week ahead of time, well, I'm going to advertise, hey, Michael's going to be here Monday or whatever, and we're going to talk about X, Y, Z. Well, Michael may brag about that, or not brag about it. Michael may talk about that on his channel. And then we've got two channel bases. And so when you combine those two channel bases, I may send Michael people that didn't know about Michael. And when I go to his channel, he may have people in his channel that I don't have. And so we can work together and introduce each other to each other's base. Does that make sense? And so we can sort of cross promote, I guess, what you call it. And that's a good way of building your channel. Anytime, even before I started doing live streams, when I was asked to be on another person's live stream, I started doing that. Our subscribers went up dramatically. And I mean really, really fast. And a lot of you watch, but it went up really, really fast when I started appearing, when I was invited on live streams. And so even now, I try to go when I'm invited. I can't do all of them because we've been busy here lately, but I try to be on as many of them as I can. But like Michael says, it's nice that if you know ahead of time, like I've told y'all how many times I'm going to be on Papa Drew's May the 1st. And so Papa Drew's done got a thumbnail out on it. And so Papa Drew has what, 1,400 subscribers. So he has twice as many as I do. So there's a good chance that when I'm on his show that I'm going to gain subscribers. And so, and hopefully you guys will go with me when I'm on that night. And maybe y'all get to meet Papa Drew and some of his base. So it's a win-win for everybody, not just me and not just Papa Drew. It's a win-win for you guys. Because when y'all go with me over there and we carry a crew of our Daydream bunch over there, y'all going to get to meet some people that y'all not got to see on a regular basis. So y'all might find some channels in there that's really awesome that y'all want to subscribe to. There's Castle Hive sliding in the door and Nova Irene coming in. And so y'all may have already been in, guys. It's just hard for me to keep up with the chat. So, but so it's a win-win for everybody: the watchers, the viewers, the subscribers on both channels, and both channels. So it's a win-win for everybody. So that's a good tip if you're starting a live stream. Even if you're not doing live streams, if you get invited to be on a live stream to talk about your channel, generally, especially if it's like a channel that's got thousands and thousands of subscribers, Papa Drew, Blue Wave Odyssey, some of those that's got way up there in subscribers, and they run about 100 or so for a live stream. If you get invited, even if you're not doing live streams, you need to go because it'll help your channel. Now, you will get people that just subscribe and they're here today and gone tomorrow, but that's just part of it. That's part of YouTube, and you're going to get those people no matter. But hopefully you will get some good ones in the process. There's Rev Tommy Two-Tone. Did I miss you coming in? Sorry about that, guys. I try to catch you, but I don't always, so don't get offended. Hopefully maybe the moderators will greet you. We have a good video on moderators. It's a live stream. It was a spur of the moment live stream that I done, that Blue Wave asked me to go live one night, and he came on. I had asked him to do a moderator talk, the job of a moderator, and he came on. We just done it spur of the moment one night when Jury was running late to do his. So we done a spur of the moment live, and it's been a big hit. It's one of our top 5 watch videos, and so our hours watch videos. So Northwood's Saturday Live interviewing channels is now online as a podcast as well. Wow, that's cool. That really is cool. I can't see anybody wanting to hear me interview people, so I don't know. I think I'll stick to YouTube, but I'm glad you guys are doing that. I do good to get people to watch me on YouTube. Nova Irene is addicted to watching bees on Castle Hive. Oh, that's fine, burning up the roads. That's fine. We'll get you up here one day and let you tell everybody about your channel. Usually a channel that'll go on, even a small channel like ours, will gain. In other words, if the chat is full of good channels, you will gain. Anybody you gain will be a good subscriber most of the time. But if you go into a channel that their chat is full of people that just all about subscribers, you may not have that same. I'm not downing people that does that. I'm just saying that you may get 2 different types of channels. But like I say, I'm not downing people that does that. That's okay. But generally, people that come on our show, even with us just having 700, generally they will gain, with exception, if you're a regular in our chat, everybody probably has you. So if you're new and you come on our channel, you're going to gain 15 to 20 subscribers. And that's a pretty big deal if your channel that only has 80, Roy said that they won't kick you out of monetization if you dip below 4,000 as long as you can show you're active. At current event videos, I just had a blink in my screen. Did y'all see that? Current event videos will grab a ton of views, but after a week they'll drop to nothing. But they'll get a lot in that short amount of time. So evergreen content is always better than trending content. Trending content Yeah, everybody's posting trending content, but uh, if it's a happening event, you may get enough viewers and watch hours in a day than you would in an entire year on average content. So I say it's a wash. You'll just get it all up front, and if you're monetized, you'll get paid for it all up front instead of scattered out all over the year. That's a good one. Castle Hive. You should do a collaboration video with Lily. She talked to the bees and they posed for her. All right, see you burning up the roads. Mike and MJ slip in. There's Mike and MJ. Morning, guys. So, anybody got anything new? New videos? If y'all got any new videos, post it in the chat and share it with everybody. Anybody got any hot new topics? Northwood RV Life is telling Michael his new toy arrived today. Woohoo! Sounds like fun. I'm waiting on my new toy. I'm still waiting on my microphone. My son said it shows the 25th. I thought he told me the 21st. So I'm still waiting on my new microphone. I will tell y'all all about it when I get it. I hope it gets here before Papa Drew's show, because Papa Drew represents a lot of stuff from the company that I got my mic coming from. So hopefully I'll be able to brag about that while I'm on his show as well. So also, when me and Tammy gets caught up on the mask a little bit, I will have my video on the slot dog. I'll just tell you right up front, it's going to be a really good review. So, and I will have evidence to back up my reviews. I might even share about it with y'all. Hard to get content hunkering down. There's a lot of stuff to talk about, though. It's amazing what people will watch. Arkansas Woodcutter done a video about hamburgers, and his camera was turned the wrong way the whole live stream. I didn't see it, but I heard them talking about it this morning. But I told Arkansas Woodcutter that's the best video, the blooper ones. But I think it run the whole time, and nobody told him. RV Ashes in April put up a new video this morning, so y'all go check that out. Let me try to catch up. I told y'all to do that. Now I'm behind. Imperial Dunes is our latest, and Cowboy Coffee was before that. I gotta check out the Cowboy Coffee. Cowboy Coffee may be too big boy for me. I might not be a big enough person to drink Cowboy Coffee. Let me see here. Northwood. I got the Mavic 2 Pro. Y'all guys and y'all drones. One of these days, maybe I'll get me a drone for Christmas. Maybe Santa Claus will bring me one. Our Epic RV Adventure started doing daily devotions, and today was the first one, and I caught it. It was really good. I appreciate Michael for doing that. It says a lot when you step out as a Christian to share your faith, and a lot of people do, and I do it here some, but it takes a lot to say, hey, I'm going to do a daily devotion and I'm going to read and talk about scriptures. That is a good thing, and I hats off to you. Uh, Let me see here. I love blooper videos. MJ, Mike and MJ, I love blooper video. I love it when people put their bloopers in. All right, Roy, we might not needed to know that, but I'm going to tell the world now. So now nobody will go watch that video. So if y'all do go watch that video, y'all will have to say that Daydream warned us not to come. So y'all got to put that in the comment. Daydream about nice things said not to come because Roy's zipper was down. Y'all have to put that in the comments so Roy will know that y'all came from here. Let's see, Artist on the Road. We were telling him, but I don't think he saw it. It was kind of funny. You're talking about Arkansas woodcutters, Artist on the Road. Yeah, they were talking about that this morning on Beyond Beauty 3. Michael told Roy he helped he blurred that out. Oh, Pause and Effect got him too. So, hey, Pause and Effect, I didn't even see you come in. Thanks for coming by. I was shouting you out about needing playlist partners. How close are you on your hours, and how close are you on your subscribers? Pause and Effect. We need to update that. Roy and Becky said crop and Zoom coming in. All right, so this proves the point that I've always said. You never know what you're going to hear on this morning show. Oh, man. Oh, man. Michael said he's going to start commenting. Tom sent me. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, if y'all do content, there's an auto reply bot going around named Tom, and it automatically replies every time you put up a video and comments on it. Oh, man. Oh, Roy, y'all ain't right. Oh, man. Now, this is why we get together every morning. We started this show out, me crying like a baby. Now we're laughing, and that's what I like about it. It's real. And y'all create the content. That's what's so amazing. Now, I did create the crying content, but that's on me. But y'all know what we need to do? Sometimes when Tom replies to somebody's video, we all need like 30 people go in there and reply to his comment. Tom has morphed into Todd. Okay. He goes by many names, Michael said. Hey, see, I don't know how that works. Never mind. Becky is quality control. Our reaction in April said that Totally Kathy does a morning devotional every morning at 7. About 30 folks show up. Well, that's cool. I think I actually have sat in on that when I've been on my school bus. Or when I've been driving my school bus. When I'm driving my bus, I get to school an hour before I leave. In the wintertime, that gives me time to warm up the bus. Plus, it gives me an hour of me time. And so I'll either, use it to pray or read my Bible or read stuff or YouTube or something. But it's an hour I can do whatever and just try to chillax. Even though I have to get up early to make that happen, it's good for my soul. Tim sent me on a lot of his video comments. We all need to do that. Yeah, that would be hilarious. Matter of fact, Michael, we could start the Tom Fan Club channel. Actually, I think I'm going to start asking every morning. Y'all don't let me forget. We will take a poll every day of how many people had Tom comment on one of their videos. We'll see who's in the click and who ain't. Because if Tom has not responded or commented on your video, you're not in the click. That's just all I'm saying. Oh yeah, Kathy takes prayer requests too. Imagine your Odyssey does that too. Or I don't know if he still does it, but at the end of his shows, one of his shows, he let people send in prayer requests and he carries them to his church. Pretty cool. Cincy Plasma Tech asked him if he was a bot on the channel. No reply. Yeah, let me that's another. I think Scott asking Mike and MJ about email. Let me say that, and I know some people's done left. It is real important that you have an email address in your about section. The reason being is people cannot reach out to you, and you never know what that person wants to reach out to you about. And they talked about this a little bit on Michael's show yesterday, but I'm gonna give you my 2 cents on that. I think it's like 100% important. I mean, like really, really important that you have a email of some type. If you don't want it to be your personal email, great, but you still need to have one. Why? I have tried to contact little channels like 30 and 40 subscriber channels that are totally talented musicians. And I've tried to contact them to get them on our show, and they have no contact information. And they don't reply to comments very well. Undoubtedly, or they didn't want to be on the show, one. But there's something I don't like to ask somebody on comments. So very rarely will I say anything. I will say something like, "Hey, I tried to email you but couldn't find your email." And if you don't care, email me or something. But it's a and two, you never know, especially from what I hear. Now, I've never been approached about doing a review, but if a company wants you to do a review and wants to send you product, and if it's something that you think you can use or like, or it would benefit your channel, you will miss out on that because they have no way of contacting you. And you may not want to do reviews, but if you ever want to do reviews, or if you ever want to take an invitation to be on somebody's channel, you won't be able to do that because some people won't go out of their way to get a hold of you if you don't have an email. So, yeah, Michael at Our Epic RV Adventure has a hotline, and you can call and leave a message for prayer requests. And Michael can share that number if he wants to share that number. And y'all can do that if you would like. We actually have a hotline. I've just not figured out how I'm going to use it in our format. So I'm still thinking on that. But we do already have a banner made up with our hotline number on it. So in my case, I have people, and in Michael's too, but in my case, we have people from all over the world that watch our show. And so if I can't hardly use it in games if they can't call free, because it would be an unfair advantage to everybody else that could call for free. See what I'm saying? So I got to figure out how we're going to do that. I'd like to use it some way, some form or fashion. So, yeah, I'm sure they know about it, Captain Jack. I was in a YouTube forum the other day, in the creators forum, and people has mentioned the bot. They thought that bots were not allowed. What it is people that are creating those bots are so good that they just keep creating different ones, and it's hard to get caught. By the time they're caught, they don't have 4,000 or 5,000 subscribers, and then they can sell that channel. there is Michael. Let me put it up on the screen. So if any of you have prayer requests, y'all can call Michael's hotline and leave a message. And so it'll be recorded on that message and he'll get the messages. So if you don't want it shared, he may not share any of them. But especially if you don't want it shared, just say in there, hey, I don't want this shared, but I would like for you to pray for XYZ. Or you can email them too. He said at their channel name at gmail.com. RVadventure at gmail.com. So that's a new way of using these hotlines that Michael showed us how to do the other day. And if you missed that live stream, go to Michael's channel and he has a video about that. So a little plug for Michael, because he has been really gracious to come on our live stream and tell us before he even releases the video. And by the way, for those that were here that day, that he showed everybody how to do the hotline. If you've not watched his video and left a comment, you need to do that. He was nice enough to tell us before he ever created the video. And I knew he was going to do the video, and he still was nice enough to go ahead and tell us how to do it first. Roy, did y'all get a new refrigerator? Or say that. Or have you repaired the one you have? I love it too, Rev Tommy. We may all have slight differences, but we all have the most important part, and that is we believe in being saved, and we believe in the same Creator and the path to get us to where we need to go, and that's what I love. Sell a channel, Captain Jack. Yep, there you can. And Michael's talked about this numerous times on his show. You can buy anything you want. You can buy a channel. You can buy subscribers. You can buy likes. You can buy dislikes. You can actually buy dislikes, I guess, to go on somebody else's channel. But what's weird about that is YouTube looks at likes and dislikes the same way. They look at it as interaction. I guess if you got a bunch of bad likes, that YouTube would look at that negative. I don't know. But yeah, you can buy a channel that's got a lot of subscribers. I don't know how long you would keep those subscribers. I don't recommend doing that. And a lot of people does not recommend that. Michael just said that you can buy a channel already met the monetization requirements around $500. There's companies that specialize in that. But if you watch very many of Michael's videos, you will learn real quick that being monetized does not pay enough. It would take a long time for $500 to pay back $500. Unless, of course, you are a mega channel, and then you might could. But let's just say, for instance, you bought a channel with, say, 10,000 subscribers. If those subscribers didn't like what you were saying, you could lose every one of them in less than a year. So what have you really bought? So just saying, I would not spend the money on it because I want to know my people that follow me as much as I can. Well, I think, Michael, where they get people is they buy them up front thinking they can be, that monetization is a big thing. Or if they get in here and learn, they know that monetization, unless you're a mega channel, is not going to put very many dollars. Slow Momentum looked at one of his videos the other day, and it had paid him 12 cents. Just think about how many 12 cents you would have to make enough to even mail out a check for a month. You know what I'm saying? So, I just tell you what I think about it. You guys do whatever you want. Have a blessed day, Castle Hive. Thanks for coming by. We're not going to stay on here much longer. I got to go help Tammy. I got to cut some more patterns. And we're trying to get ahead today. it don't matter if we don't. That's good too. That means we're selling more, right? So, but we are trying to get everything caught up a little bit. So, anything else? Yep, that's what you get, I think, Captain Jack, a pig and a poke. Amy, I bet, knows what that means. Roy, thumbs down probably ain't bad. I just wonder if you had more thumbs down than you did thumbs up, if YouTube would look at that negatively. That was a long word. Too big for me. True, too many people think they're going to make hundreds of thousands of dollars each month immediately after getting monetized. That isn't how it works. I wonder sometimes if some of the mega channels were professionally produced from day one. That's just something that I think about. Like maybe networks that put people into these YouTube social media outlets and make them appear to be individuals creating YouTube content when really they are big production companies. I don't know. I don't think that about Traveling Robert. I know people like Lucky Dog and some of them, and maybe it might have been Michael and them that taught that they've actually been around him a while, and so they know from talking that maybe he built his channel from the ground up by itself. But I wonder that about some of the big mega channels, if they weren't owned and basically just actors. I don't know. I'm not accusing anybody, but I've always had my suspicions. Have y'all thought that before as well? uh, oh Lord, Michelle, you're the principal. Send them to alternative school if they don't straighten up. Or hey, if your school, break out the paddle. Yeah, they don't understand that, do they, Roy? They'll give a thumbs down for a sad video, not realizing that they're saying the video's bad. You still need to give thumbs up for sad videos. You're saying that you like the video. If it's sad, you still liked it because you watched it, right? Yeah, I wouldn't want to sponsor a video, I don't think, either. Unless, like Michael said the other day, if you had free money, uh, if you had like free advertising, like if, oh, I don't know, Michael talked about the other day that some channel had some free Google ad money and they used it on their YouTube channel but didn't see any return. I could see somebody doing that. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Rev Tommy. That's what I'm talking about. Yep. Yeah. But you know, special needs don't always mean that they get away with everything. Michelle used to drive a special needs school bus like I do, so not all special needs are so special that they can't be disciplined. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Hey, yeah, she's working it. Yeah. That's great. I do think though there are channels out there that just appear to be produced, you know. But hey, if it works, right? People enjoy it no matter what it is. If people enjoy it, they're watching it, right? So it don't matter. 4,000 a month. That's good. Somebody said that YouTube, I forgot who, I may have heard it on Papa Drew's show, that somebody issued the pay scale, that YouTube issued the pay scale out, and they had dropped their rates for videos like 90%, what they were going to pay. I heard that on one of the channels. I hear so much stuff I can't keep up where I hear it all. But Papa Drew had a guy on there the other day, and I told you I keep forgetting his name. But anyway, it might have been him that was telling that. He also said that money in YouTube, or it might not be him. Somebody said that the money made in YouTube wasn't made off YouTube. I mean, wasn't made off YouTube money. It was made off other things that's associated with your channel. So sponsors and stuff like that. So get away with things, following direction, it's going well. Do not let my cat in. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Michelle's got her hands full. Y'all pray for her. She's homeschooling a bunch, so. I have one on my bus like that, Michelle. Yep. She's got her hands full. Hey, that's what this morning coffee show is about, so we can all vent and talk and get away. There comes Casual Girl sliding in sideways. Have y'all been to Casual Girl yet? She's got a good channel. I haven't checked out all of her videos yet, but seems pretty cool. Fur babies and horses. I mean, hey, what more could you ask for? Oh, Michelle's fixing to have all her students in orange jumpsuits out picking up trash on the side of the road before the day is over. I said that, she didn't, so. It's morning here, Casual Girl. It is 10:57 here in Alabama, North Alabama. All right, guys. I hate to run, but I got to go to work, or Tammy's going to have my highs if I don't get to cutting out some patterns. Captain Jack would send you a stiff drink, but Captain Jack, you ain't right. Oh. Oh, we got a whole story going on here with Michelle homeschooling. Casual Girl, what state are you in? I probably need to know that, but I don't remember. Michelle's got to go back to school. Michelle, back when I was in school, we had a smoking area for teenagers. If you was in high school, you could go to the smoking area and smoke. But they were generally as many teachers out there as they was kids. You'll have to find something to relieve the stress. You may need to get more coffee. Nevada, Casual Girl. Hey, I hated you come in and we're all leaving, but we usually start at 10 Eastern, right? Yeah. 9 o'clock Bama time, I get on. And that's 10 Eastern. And we usually stay on about 2 hours, except Sundays. Sundays we come on at 2 Eastern. And we stay on an hour. And then we go raid the Art of RVing. And then Monday, this past Monday, we only stayed on an hour. But generally, we're going to stay on 2 hours. And Monday, we may stay on 2 hours this next time. We didn't, I don't know. We'll talk about that some. So, but generally, we're on from 10 till 12 Eastern time, Monday through Saturday. And then Sunday, we're only on for an hour. So, and it's from 2 to 3 Eastern. Enjoyed your work day. Just got finished with meeting. All right. Well, I hate to run, guys, but our 2 hours is in the book. Blair Witch. Wow. Did you watch that Happy Place Camping? That was a creeper. You can't watch that at night. Oh, you knew the answer. Yeah. Man, that was a creeper movie. I still think it was one of the most original scary movies that come out in a long time. See you, Tommy. All right. We'll be back in the morning, guys. I'll see y'all all y'all come by Blue Wave Odyssey tonight. We got a surprise at Blue Wave Odyssey that involves me and Blue Wave Odyssey. So it's nothing big, but it's pretty cool. I was honored, and it was pretty cool. Y'all come by and y'all see it. It's going to be pretty cool. All right. See you guys. Love you. See you tomorrow if I don't see you tonight.